show. Let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip hop hop. Get ready to groove, get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say. Let's turn up the volume, it's time to glow. All voice of the nation radio, let's go.
Hello. Yeah, welcome to Answers with Barry show that comes on live on every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. ATL's time, and then from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. in Ghana time, and from 10 to 11 in UK time. Yes, so you're listening to Answers with Barry show that comes on live on Voice of the Nation Radio TV, that you can watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles. And you can also listen to us live on TuneIn. You can tune in, like you're tuning to Voice of the Nation in your cars, anywhere that you are. You can also listen to us on Morning Ghana, and again, let your voice be heard. Share, like, and follow. You share, like, and we follow. With a big thanks to all our listeners or our followers. You always do a great job. We appreciate what y'all be doing and continue to do the good work. Yeah, so this is the day that the Lord has made. So, we should rejoice and be glad. It's a blessing that the divine, the divine day, selection has picked us, because a lot of people wake up this morning and they end up in places that they don't want to be. But if we are alive and we can talk and we can enjoy the day, then we should be. So we will tell a short break and then be right back. But again, whilst we're taking the break, we tell all our listeners, our followers, our team to keep on sharing, follow, and like. Can also watch us on Facebook. You're watching us live on Facebook. You can also watch us on YouTube. Also, you can subscribe. You can subscribe to our channels, because we have a lot of things coming up. So continue to follow, continue to share, continue to like, continue to share and follow and like, and you tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, tonight we're going to talk about the youth of today. I think we started last week, and this week I think we will bring it to an end, because it's a lot of things that is going on that we have to pay attention to. So we will take a little bit short break, and when we come back, we will continue with our topic about the youth of today. And today I'm also going to have a special guest with me, and then, that's a surprise, but I'm not going to tell anyone who this surprise person is. He also going to give us more input about the youth of today. So we'll take a little bit short break, and then we'll be right back.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek. On the Voice of the Nation, he's the host that's unique. Every question you have, he's got the answer on lock. From politics to culture, he's got it all on the clock. Tune into the show, let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip hop hop. Get ready to groove, get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say. Let's turn up the volume, it's time to glow. All Voice of the Nation radio, let's go.
Yeah, again, y'all welcome to Answers with Barry show that comes on like from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and from 9 to 10 in Ghana time, and from 10 to 11 in UK's time, and all that will be saying, let your voice be heard. We're going to continue the topic about the youth of today. Last week we started with it, And tonight, I guess we're gonna finish, and but I have a special guest also with me who gonna share some few things with us, and it's a surprise, but you know what? It's gonna be fun. So um, uh, let's start it. A big happy birthday to all the October fools. I'll say happy, happy, happy birthday to all of you. And happy new month, and happy marriage anniversary, happy birthdays, happy, 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 all the October bonds to my sister, my other sister, and to my nephew, and to all the October bonfos, to Esther Darkon, and to Michael Darkon. Happy belated birthday to all of you. Your birthday was on the 4th and on the 5th. Happy, happy, happy birthday. God should grant you all your heart desires, and y'all live a long and a healthy life. So, all those who also have a marriage anniversary, happy anniversary to all of you. We pray that the marriage should be successful and also continue to multiply, and also set up good examples, because now marriages is there's a whole lot of issue going. So happy anniversary to all of you. Yes, so we will get back to the main topic about the youth of today. I see my guest just came and left, but hey, big boss, I'm waiting on you. I don't want to mention your name, but I want you to surprise everyone. But I'm waiting on you, so please come again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're talking about the youth of today, and we get to the point that we talk about how we have to come to their level, because this kids also go through a lot of things. Sometimes the parents will be thinking we are the only one who have pressure on us and all that. Yes, so my guest is here. I'll put him up, and then I'll let him say hello, and then we will just, hello, 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 hello. It looks like the sound is, we can hear you. The sound, it's not, we can hear you. So please, if you can hear me, say hello, say hi. Oh, hello, Mr. I don't want to mention the name because it's a surprise. Hello, hello. Okay. I think we have a little bit technical problem, but then he will come back because he himself is an IT personnel, so he know how to work his way out. you know yeah, so we talk about, I mean, the youth of today, how we can work with them, because they are our future leaders, and without them we don't have a future. So this is so 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 important. But we've come to the point that we always want our voice to be heard, but their voice also needs to be heard. I mean, last week we talked more about our side, and this time I want to talk about their side, because parents have to learn how to listen to their children. I mean, we learn it in a hard way. Sometimes we think we have to be tough on them, which is good. Sometimes we think they don't have a say, but then we should open those doors, give them that opportunity for them to have that say. Because I mean, sometimes people think if we interrupt with them, maybe they disrespecting us, or no. They have to be in a level, they have to be in a level that we can also listen to what they are saying. Okay, so my guest is here, so I'll put him up. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Big
Oh,
boss.
good evening.
Good evening. Nampacho, what you saying?
Oh, nyame adom boko na my patron so and I hope say a tea for so be a hoye.
It's here for the who ye pa and Neddy. Me say me was surprised more munina and then see me kofa of Bolona Casancasaba in the end the memo answer.
You may surprise kakra. Me ami mu makra my surprise kakra.
Yes, yes, that was a short notice, but the Nyamias say wait me aba on air na at least no ebe person you be who nipa ko a oyɛ kakra na afei no I think last week we talked about the youth of today, how young mpanyinfoɔ youth no ebetumi aba to level say ebɛnti ase ebɛyɛ adwuma because without them no we don't have any future, so we have to come to a year to like to compromise, that we have to come to a common ground that we can work together, understand each other, and then we can also like things that we think we have to let them know. It ma fasa kwano so no, yet ma mo so yamunya sani mudieno, then they move on with it. It's me pacho, if person will introduce you who na afe no, about youth no say. Bibi kakra, so you say to empower them or to advise them or we are. Mpacho into over to you, Jolad. Jolad.
Yo, me da se bebre. You dey tea for fenche mem say ba impont kakra de do but em say na de mo nse de hu manim but em say be bia me wo no na ha adwen kakra nti me
That's good.
camera no off na we dey me say tea for say mo de be che me na em repair mo no mo be hu ni akwa o ka say me di ankasa de me din de Enoch Jemfi Enoch Kwaku Jemfi in
Okay.
short no fam EK Jemfi a meje so
EKJMF.
na and the topic in ankasa no is very interesting because
Yes.
you share yen tetemre ni mu na no edibesi this era na there's a vast difference, there's a
Big
huge
one.
difference I think say mpanyinfoɔ no from 80s hɔ na ɔba na no ɔmo nte yɛn youth yi ase yɛmfa ne sɛ youth no from maybe 93
Yes.
anaasɛ 2000 especially 2000 hɔ na bɛsi 24 you know.
Yes.
I think say mostly na yɛ antawantawa di kakra hɔ mɛka antawantawa di a ɛnyɛ ntɔkwa but ɔmo nte ase they normally classified us as we don't respect but ɛnyɛ saa nɛteɛ. So
Yes.
in the olden days, there's this computer age, wasn't all that, it's not modernized. So
That's true.
they don't really know. Theirs were paper. They deal with papers. Yes, and okay, yeah, modern way and so on. Maybe acquire digitalization.
That's true.
So, this time around, we say openi bi ni ebia akra bi kura kasa na okra ne phone emiemia. Enye
That's
se
true.
wa sheda na se we ye ne era no nyoma ye wo ho no. So, I think they need to understand us. So, this generation or your types of generation or ha eno no ye be sheda abedi ho nkomo yie pa.
Good.
Because generation bia ni ebia no nea oye. So that's into by yen generation mu ya. Woman say opani kura no akolate ho a opani gina ho a emfa no. Onye say bia emfa no but ohun ni say normal. It's normal.
That's
So
true.
I say
That's true.
Enti I say there's a different gap kese pa da mpanifo no from 80s ho ba no. BC the gap kese pa yeden. Edem I was say na you better that prepare lectures and kasa na ye de abre etiefo nti se say no de I think say the we are sene ko no called different level kra na otumi say this time important idea youth share
Yeah,
any near tetefoɔ no hyɛ no ɛno nso difference kɛseɛ koraa ɛyɛ dɛn
that's true.
because first no wohu sɛ obi ahyɛ atade a atete koraa no a wofɛre sɛ ɔde bɛyɛ dɛn wode bɛkɔ nnipa mu but seesei no koraa deɛ wɔmahyɛ da modernize no ayɛ ne design so ate ase wobɛhu obi na ɔhyɛ jeans na anim no nyinaa tete ɛyɛ fashion so ate ase
That's
ne
true.
nyinaa yɛ nneɛma different a seesei no ayɛ sɛ from olden days na anaasɛ old age time no na saa nneɛma no ni hɔ ti ɔno panin a wɔahu nneɛma bi saa no ohu no this time around a ohu ne sɛ yɛnyɛ deɛ sɛbe excuse me with my word ebi a yɛbɔ dam anaasɛ yɛyɛ sumatra
Adwene biara ni mu tirim.
dabi so ata nti they na ankasa deɛ because na first phone wɔ hɔ koraa na nte sɛ ɛnɛ mmerɛ mu yɛ a individual phone ayɛfo fo obiara kura phone nti they na akɔyɛ asɛm kɛseɛ paa yɛhu how a yɛbɛtumi aresolve because as time goes on anaasɛ goes by no nneɛma nso kɔ a na ɛkɔ n'anim nti you can revert back to the olden days.
That's true.
In Sani America no etie for etiasia.
Oh yes.
Nti ɛwɔ sɛ mpanyinfoɔ no I think say yɛn kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn no ɔmo tena ase na yɛsua adeɛ na yɛhu sɛ oh tete no na se na ɛteɛ sɛsie mmerɛ asesa ɛnte saa nneɛma se na nneɛma ɛkɔ na I think sɛ wokɔ especially wokɔ adwuma mu ɔmo anya 50 plus ɛkɔ ne saa wei no computer no koraa no wɔkyerɛ ne mu a ɔde ne nam baabi ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ asɛm a ɔka ne sɛ ama na abrɛ so so ate ase ama na abrɛ so nti ɛwɔ sɛ wo nso te ase na wonya abɔtrɛ ma no because wo mmerɛ na ɛbaeɛ no ɔno amba na abrɛ so.
That's true.
So ate ase amba na abrɛ so nti no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nso yɛyɛ dɛn yɛtumi te ɔmo aseɛ na ɔmo nso te aseɛ na yɛhu sɛnea nneɛma bɛyɛ dɛn ne biara bɛtumi a nti ɛsɛ kakrakra yɛn nyinaa yɛsua adeɛ no yɛtumi close saa gap no a ɛda yɛ nananom ne mpanimfoɔ kakra no ɔmo ani afifi yie paa no ɛne yɛ nnɛmma yi a yɛaba yi that's the right word nnɛmma a yɛaba saa ayɛ a bebree na akora aka sɛ computer age computer
Yes.
mpala
See, before BBC.
Sa.
Born before computer. Yes. So, Mr. Enoch, what kasapa? You know, that's. I mean, I'm surprised because what summarizes it very well because the youth of today is like there's a lot going on with y'all, and there's a lot going on with these old folks. You did talk about the way we dress and the way they communicate. In the olden days, their communication was very good, but now we have device that will makes our communication very easy. But this is the time it's like most folks don't even communicate because all they do is through text, through phones. When you sit in the buses, these people, the kids, they have all these earpiece on. They don't even say hi. They don't say none.
Not at all.
You'll be surprised. You'll be around them and they haven't recognized you. It's not their fault, but it's like what they are focusing on is making them behave that way. So, and then the kind of music, the way we dress, the way we have our haircuts and all that, But the problem, I don't want to go address that now. But what do you think? What is the challenge? The youth, you people are like going through to come to, like the challenge that you guys are going through, like to make we or the youth of today to work with the old folks. What are the kind of challenge? Why the old folks don't understand you guys?
Okay, thank you very much. For now, I think the big challenge here is I think I first of all made mention of one, which is the understanding. we don't understand each other. For example, these mobile phones, for instance.
Exactly.
If let's say you'll be having a conversation with an oldie, let's say an old person,
Yes.
and for the kid or the child or for the younger one to, I mean, concentrate or pay eye contact, which
Attention.
is pay attention, yes,
Mhm.
to the old
All
person, I think
false.
yes, he or she will be, I mean, checking on his phone and even testing someone from somewhere. So I think that old person also assume that you, the younger one, doesn't respect. You don't even respect,
Yes.
because how can you be talking with an elderly person and you are still on your phone?
Mhm.
I think they will classify it as an insult.
That's true.
Yes, but
But
they
it's
don't
a
really
normal.
understand. Yes, it's
But it's
normal to
normal.
us. Yes,
Yes.
it's very normal to us. And um, I think you might be find yourself in a bus, in a Trotsky. Here we call it Trotsky, Trotro, and other stuff. Yes, and you see everybody quiet. They are minding their own business on their phone.
Yes.
They are doing their own thing
Mm-hmm.
without
Mm-hmm.
talking to, I mean, one another, or talking to a colleague. So
Yes.
they might even board a car from Accra to Kumasi, and by the time they will go there, you don't even know the person who sat beside you.
That's
You
serious.
get it? You will not know the person who sat beside you, but it wasn't so in the olden days.
Within days.
Yes. In the olden days, I think the chatting or the verbal chatting was more. But here, digital chatting, I think,
Wow.
has
The
surpassed. Yes,
digital chatting and then the
yes,
face-to-face chatting.
both.
I,
It's no more. I think it has override the normal conversation between we the humans, human to man conversation. I think they are fading away. Yes,
that's
they
so
are
true.
fading away, which is, I think it's causing a lot.
Hmm.
Because you might even find yourself in a trouble or in a situation where you need somebody to talk to, and the person might not be there. He or she is paying attention on his phone, his or her phone. So you will not have that, I mean, mutual conversation. Yes.
Man.
So it's a big challenge. It's a big
It-
challenge.
yeah, but Mr. Enoch, man, I really appreciate you being on the show today because it was a short notice, but it looks like you know about what we're gonna talk about, and you really, really break it down because the youth of today sometimes the old folks need to understand them because that's their time. And two, like you're talking about digital communication and face-to-face communication. Now that's one of the major problems because you'll be surprised maybe in the Trotsky or the VIP before this elderly person get in, this youth or this guy is already on his or her phone already. So they are
Yeah.
not even paying attention to what is going on around them.
Exactly.
So the old folks would think, oh, this guy don't respect because he should have even look up to say hello or say hi or something of that sort. But this is not their fault. But on another way around, when you look at things, you can tell like now people are living more. We think this is the time the communication should be very easy, but you can tell now people are living more isolatory life than before because if they have their phone, it looks like the whole world is in front of them. They don't need anybody because the same phone you can WhatsApp on the phone, the same phone you can be chatting with, you can be, I mean, doing your homework on it. The same phone you can be online and watching things that is happening. So if you have that phone in front of you, it means the whole world is in front of you. And like those born before computer, they also don't understand some things because they think we should be like communicating direct to the person, look at the person's face to talk to him. or her that show respect. So there should be a neutral ground where we have to understand the old folks, and the old folks also have to understand the youth of today. Because if there's no neutral ground, there's gonna be a whole lot of things that we both gonna mix. Because the generation that we are in now, everything is technology. Without technology, you are way behind. And with technology, I see people start sending their texts. Okay. With technology, now we are so everything about us is smart, smartphone, smart this, smart that. And the we human beings, we're being dumped now. It's so funny because I remember those days I can put in my mind like about 3 or 4 or 5 phones numbers that I can call to phones. But as I'm talking with you, it's very hard for me to, because I know my phone, I program everything on my phone. So it makes things very easy for me. But then what about if the phone is not around? That's where the problem also starts. But now that's what it is. So I'm thinking, like last week, I was talking about how the parents need to start to listen to their children. The old folks need to start listening to the youth of today because things have changed and it's not the way it used to be. So now they have to learn how to merge with the old things. I'm talking about the youth have to merge with the old folks, and the old folks also have to merge with the new folks to learn from each other. Because like now, without computer, without technology, or like getting your hands on things, you can't do anything. And
Yes.
those days it's like they don't have to get their hands on, they just have to say it. But that was a hard way. But then before like you get to know something, then you really know more about it. Like I always say, those days in the 90s, we have to go to the library to read. Like, I mean, if you are doing literature, maybe some books, you have to go to the library to do research and all that. Now, though people go to the library, but you can do 90% of this on your phone or on your laptop. So the 10% is just to go get more, few information from the library, and that's it. So things are very way different. Look at the 90s and look at now the 2000s. It's just a short time, but a lot of things have changed. But my point that I'm trying to make now is that the parents or the old folks need to start listening to the youth of today, like what you said. They need to start listening to you guys. Why? Because they think, oh, the way people dress is not good. The way people do your things is not good. But things are changing and everything is being modified. So they have to understand all those things. Like I'm not saying the kids go do a dreadlocks or rasta, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Somebody will walk to a church and then that person is going to be judged because he looks like that. But then maybe that person is not a bad person. It's a matter of just thinking like, hey, this is what's going on. I just also want to be, to be stylish. So the parents have to start listening. Sometimes the kids are going through a lot. Sometimes we think these kids don't go through problems. When they go to school, it's a whole different ball game. They are going through challenges. They are going through a whole lot of things, and they need us so bad. But then we create that impression that we know it all. I'm talking about the parents. And when we know it all, it's like we want everything to be our way. Though you know it all, find a way to listen to that kid so that you can impact what you know to that person or to that kid. But then if you don't open the door for them to get close to you, if you don't open the door for them to feel comfortable around you, or for them to, like, they can confide in you, do you think they're going to say anything to you? No. most parents are living with their children in their homes and they don't know even the kind of children they are living with. They don't know the kind of child that they are living with. They think that child is like, oh, holy, holy, holy. He comes go to his or her room, sit beside the computer, eat and all that. Oh, so papa. You don't get close to the child. Sometimes, but maybe the kind of friends they join, the kind of people they talk with, the kind of people that they deal with. Look, if you don't take time and you don't get closer to your kids and be open with your kids for them to share their problems with you, somebody's going to train your kid. Sure. Somebody's going to tell your child what to do, because, I mean, if that child or that you find comfort in that is the person he's going to share his or her problem with. And one thing we parents or every parent need to know is that everybody have a way of training his or her child. So the way you're going to train your child is different from the way someone else is going to train his or her child. So we need to come down to their level, listen to their problems. And when we start listening to their problem, that's where we can impact what we want to impact in them. We can tell them like, hey, and yet say. But then if they don't come to you and you think everything is cool because when she comes from school, she just go to her room, eat and just be chilling. The time you realize, as I'm talking with you, if I tell you how many African kids are in jail here, you'll be surprised. A lot of African kids, they are in jail. Some even last month, September 2nd, even a brother killing the little brother. Or they are all Africans. Things are happening. The parents were shocked because they don't even know the kind of child that they are living with. Because they think if the child don't say anything, it means all is well with that kid. It's not well with that person. At the moment they begin to be quiet and they don't share things with you, it's very dangerous because you don't know what they have in mind. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they are going through. You don't know the kind of friendship or the gang. I'll put it that way, because even I heard in New Jersey, the leader of the gang, she's a Ghanaian. Could you believe this? You know what I mean? So we have to come to their level. We have to come close to them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that kid have to be your best friend. She have to be your friend. Do you understand what I mean? Some parents think, oh, if we get too close to our kids, we're gonna lose our respect. No, it depends on how you package the thing. You have to get close to them. You have to listen to them. You have to see what is going on with them, the problems that they go. Sometimes all that they need is just a hug. You understand what I mean? Because look, a lot is going on with them, but most of the time we think a lot is going with us. Yes, because we have to go to work, we have to provide. That's okay. But what about them too? Listen, we have to start listening to these kids. Sometimes when they start, we don't even let them finish. We shut them down. When they start, we don't let them finish. And then we like, oh, we know it all. So the answer, this is the way I want it to be. Sure, you're going to tell the kid how you want it, but just listen to them. Just listen to them. Just listen to them, because sometimes surprise what they are going through. They get bullied by their own friends. They try to force their own friends or some friends come out with decisions that they know is not good, but they are still forcing their friends to do it. So this is where you come in as a parent, because if you are close to them, they can confide in you and tell you, say, oh, dad or mom, this is what is going on. This is what my friends said. This is what, and then you can advise them that, look, this is not good for you. Don't do it this way, but you can do it that way. But then if you don't get close to them and they don't tell you anything, how can you know what is going on in their life? Like I said last week, these kids, before they walk out, everything is planned, everything is programmed. Why? Because they have this phone, they have everything that they come. Those days, if we want to talk with a friend or want to see somebody, we have to be walking around the gate or try to go somewhere, go around where we want to see the person. I just say, but this case, the case of today is not like that. They talked. Everything is planned before they walk out. So before they walk out, they know exactly what they are going to do. You see, it's happening here in the States where kids be taking guns to school and shooting people and shooting some teachers and all those kind of things. It didn't just start it like that. It started when the parents didn't even don't get close, they don't know even that child what he be doing, what he be watching, the kind of games that they be watching and all those kind of things. And then the time they realize, right up at school, doing things that they ain't supposed to do. So I'm begging to the parents and then everyone, because you don't have to be like somebody who have a child. So far as it's like you have a little sister, a little brother, please, you have to pay attention to all those kind of things. You have to be listening to them. You have to be listening to them. You know, sometimes I always say this, even silly questions is not silly. Every question is very important because if he or she don't come out with what he or she feel, how can you advise that person? How can you know where she's falling short at? How can you know what he or she is going through? How can you know? Until you get close to him or her, until you know what is going on with him, then you can advise him or her on it. So please, parents, a lot of parents are losing their children because they're working 24/7. The kids spend most of the time at school. They come home and the parents are not at home. So what it is like all they do is providing, buying, providing. But that parental guide, love, and all those advice is not there because they are 100% focusing on money, on like our work. I know bills need to be paid. I get that. But we also have to know that this case, they are our future. These kids are our future leaders. So we investing so much in them and then don't have time to guide them, then we're in trouble. Like I'm talking with you, we have a lot of African kids in jail, a lot of them, from little things that we're talking about now that the parents didn't pay attention to it, and the time they realize it's too late. Some are fighting their parents. Some, it's a whole lot, especially when it comes to African parents. African parents, because they have that mindset. African parents want everything their way. They don't want to listen to us. And, it's all about them. I understand how, we're being trained, but things are changing. When things change, you have to change too. Like when you go to the club and they're playing reggae, you dance, and when they change to hip hop, you have to change to hip hop. The same thing when you go to church, when the time of worship, you know how you do your moves. And the time of praises, you know how to do your moves. You can't just be, dancing to just one style to other rhythms. No, it's not going to work. When it changes, you also change. The kids of today know so much. The kids of today, because of technology, there's no secrets. There's nothing you can hide from them. We should be straight with them. and then also just show them the way. Though you see, they are microwave kids, like they grown up and they know so much. But then again, knowing so much doesn't mean that's it. There's a way to go about. You have to teach them, and you need to help them. You understand what I mean? So, all I'm trying to say is, parents, please pay attention to little things. Walk to their room, show them respect, give them respect, and they will show you respect, and they will give you that respect back. Because I always say this: if you don't want anything in your computer, you delete it. Even on your phone, you delete it and install things that you want to install on it. Your phone, if you don't want to talk with somebody, you delete the person. The phone is yours, so you have the right to do anything. You can pick my calls, and you can decide not to pick my call. It's your phone. The same thing when it comes to your computer. You know what you want to install in this computer. You help you, so you know those software that I have to install in it. Get closer to these kids. Get closer to these kids, because there's so many things they know, and sometimes they just want to try it right away. But maybe the time hasn't come. So when you get close to them, you teach them and guide them. But now, parents, we focus so much on money, and then things that we think is going to help us, which is the money. I always say money is good, but money is not everything. The little time you spend with them, let it be a quality time. What is quality time? It's a time like, just having a normal conversation, but just simple things. So, how was school today? What happened? You have to create that kind of environment. You have to create that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, I see my guest is here again. I'll put him up because he was saying much about their challenge. Okay, so I see Obapa, and I see also Kofi Frimpong. They say they're watching live. I see Angela Deborah. Okay, so some of them are always busy. Yeah, they don't have time for their children. Yes, that's what we're talking about. They don't have time for the children. But then their children are your future. They are your everything. So I will bring up my guest, and I think he can also, contribute a little bit. Hello. Okay, I see some few technical problem, but then he will be on again. Yeah. So to all the parents listening to me, please, let's have time for our children. Let's talk with them. And we don't sometimes the kind of tone that we use, especially my oldest daughter, it be like that. The tone that you're using makes me feel like you mad, or sometimes the way we talk, we have to talk in a very soft tone manner, and then ask them questions, ask what is going on. And again, the other side, I was telling y'all that when they get to some age, which is like from 12, 13, 14, that your son can start producing sperms, and she started having her like having her she started having her period. You need to start talking to them about it. African parents, most of the time, we like, I'm telling you, these kids know more than you think. They know about all this thing. So, like I said, they know more, but then sometimes they want to try it. So that's where you comes in to educate them and tell them, look, Junior, you are 12 years old. Now you know more. I mean, you know more. You have friends and other things. But if you have sex, unprotected sex, you can get somebody's daughter get pregnant. Or you talk to your daughter like, hey, I know you are 12 and now you started having your period. That means now you are matured and you can get pregnant. So I'm not telling you to go and do it, but in case it happens, protect yourself. Because believe it or not, the kids of today, 10 years, 11 years, they know about this that we're talking about. They know about sex, they know about everything. But then all they know is like, hey, they want to try it. If you don't want nyame and be more, yes, they want to try it because they heard about it, and you'll be surprised with some side that this kids be going. Don't take them to be kids. They know more. They go to different sites, watch things, and so the only thing you can do is to guide them. You can guide them, tell them the truth, because it's hard, and it's hard. But please, it saves them. It takes them a long way for them to protect themselves. Tell them like now you old, not old, but now if you have sex, you can get somebody pregnant. Or if you have sex, you're going to be pregnant. So educate that kid that look, now don't play with those things. You tell him or her everything about it and tell them how to protect themselves. That's where the problem starts, because we thinking if I teach this kid how to protect, it means I'm giving him the green lights to do. No, because there are some kids, they will try to see what is in it. They will try it. So you, being the parent, educate them, tell them the truth, so that in case, I'm not saying they're going to do it, but some will try it. But in case it happened that they are going to do it, then they know that they have to protect themselves. If not, they can get pregnant. There's a whole lot of sickness out there. Until we need to talk to them, because when they get to some age, especially the women, they begin to like everything. 15 years, 16 years, want to buy everything. You understand me? And then you being a parent, if you don't know how to take care of them around that time, will bet me the skaki to be a dada. So we need to be very careful, and we need to be straightforward with them. My guest is here, so I'll let him. We have a little bit technical problem, but he's here with me again. So, Mr. Enoch.
Yes, sir.
I was talking about how parents kind of sometimes feel shy to tell their kids the truth. It comes to maybe a matter of say obetimi ne obema ada and oba betimi ne bema ada. Ofi say okache ne bana wasay no. But then on the point, you need to educate that kid, because they say we don't even know it.
Sure.
And they go on site. When they pick their phone, they have different sites that these kids go. Look, you don't believe what I'm saying, but look, they are so smart that almost say you can never trace, unless maybe you are very good in IT and all those kind of things to know, say, okay, then you find out. So, Mr. Enoch, that's where we are now.
Okay.
Say, parents, we should be straight. It's if you have anything that you also want to add, because I think say if he say you best say no, and that's all your bofra. So bofra say, I think it's time for us to take it out. So your bofra. Do your bofra there, but do nimuno unim and do nimuno. That kid want to try it. It's one channel kwan password. That kid will try it, but maybe it will cause more harm to him than you educating him. At least the harm will come, but it's not bad. It is not going to be bad as he don't have any knowledge about the thing.
Yes.
But once they make a note as it because
Matthias,
I'm not
Yeah.
being can't say me encourage a man for so only be Debbie, but at least on protecting in case of emergency. No.
Yes.
And no bet me as save that kid from a lot of things because
Yeah.
now if the child is pregnant, maybe some Christians like you say, oh no, I'll not let my kid abort it. Some like, oh, I'll let the kid have the baby and I'll take the look. It's a bit hammering because we all have been through some situations that if we have been educated, we will not get to that level.
Yes.
And it's like some things when it happened to you, it's gonna be with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
On the way, sometimes God helps and it turns to a blessing, but from the beginning, it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So
Yes.
we have about 9 minutes for the show to be over. So I want to see anything you want to say, like to advise or something that you let the parents know or the youth of today know, because this is something that is very critical. Like
Okay.
Mr. Enoch, as I'm talking with you, I've been mentioning this and I'll mention it again. Do you know how many kids are in jail here in the States? African kids. You'll never believe it. A lot.
Really?
I'm telling you. Some engage themselves in robbing, like breaking, going to stores to steal. Look, they are doing a whole lot of things. Some kids will just take a dollar, something that costs $1. Something that just costs $1. That's the parents, like the parents have everything. Everything. But why should you do that? Sometimes some kids think it's fun, or it's like to do that is like you are tough. And some kids also think that if you've been to jail, it means yes, you are a real champion guy. So you got to be there to be the man. So if we don't get closer to these kids or to our kids, how can we know all this? How can you know their mind? You think you are in your home and your child or your kids are the best kids because of Monkasa. The time you know some akwala there is too late.
Yes.
And this is the things that we have to avoid before it happens.
Yes.
Though the kid can walk to their room and the computer, the little time you have, share that quality time with them. Go to them, just talk with them, ask them how is things going on, friends, school, everything. Just talk. At the moment the conversation starts, because these kids don't want to talk, they want to text. They don't want to talk. You understand me? So, but the moment they start talking, then like I'm saying, we should create that kind of environment that they should be okay to come to us.
Yes.
We should.
Okay. Yes.
We should. So that they can tell us our problem. Because if we don't create that kind of atmosphere, we have a problem. Because he or she don't feel comfortable to come to the dad or mom to talk to him or her about her problems. Then who else? Because the problem definitely need to be solved.
Sure.
So if they don't come to you, then who's gonna solve it?
Yeah.
Someone else. And do you know how that person is gonna solve it? He can even go online to see how to solve it. He can talk to a friend to see how to solve it. It can be any way. But then if we are able to create that kind of environment for our children, they will be able to come and say, Dad, like this and this and that is what is going on. Then you can also advise them, tell them that no, being jailed doesn't mean you are tough. It's something that is going to mess your record up. So focus on your study. You have the opportunity to know what is going on with your child. Do you understand what I mean? So I see my guest is here, which is Mr. Enoch, right? So Mr. Enoch, at least I'll let you say some. Okay. Oh, today we're having. Oh wow. Is also watching this. Okay. Mr. Alfred. Oh wow. Okay. We all say hi to all our followers and all those watching. We really appreciate. Today I have Mr. Enoch that It's like I just put him in, he's not prepared. I gave him a short notice, hey, Mr. Enoch, come and talk about the youth of today. And believe me, he make a very good point. And he's also here to I don't know if he wants to advise them or anything that he want to say before we have just 5 minutes for our show to be over.
Yes, so I'll pick a point on the parental control, especially.
Mhm.
I think the parents should create an environment that will be conducive for children to come close. I mean, I was almost per choir and kwala no say yeah, awofoɔ bi wɔ hɔ a some parents are nkwalaa no hu sɛ ɔmo ba koraa they run away. Hey,
Yes.
daddy is coming home, mommy is
Mhm.
coming.
Mhm.
You get it?
Yes.
And also, they don't create the
That
the environment for children to express their views, like
that's
whatever
true.
challenge they are facing. And
Hmm.
to me, that opportunity, it creates fear and panic in them. So as I
Yes.
said, assembly was saying mommy and as a papa could catch you a man good advice, or make or the back catch and down for then that friend you don't know so whether good friend or bad friend will
That's
influence
true.
him or her.
Hmm.
So as I said, because advice not the bema on say papa say papa, but they will go and take advice from their friends. Now if later no didn't send be brain aba. Secondly, I often be brain especially I fathers no na takoma enya the NC be scar to her na yako yɛbɛba nso a nkwalaa no ɔmo ada so yɛnya time ɛmma yɛ mma no ɛma yɛntumi nyɛ dɛn ɛne ɔmo mmɔ nkɔmmɔ and have a good time so that
Yes.
anytime they don't feel the fatherly love
Mhm.
na anytime they akɔyɛ sɛ mommy ɛno deɛ obi nka sɛ ɛyɛ bad but at least ɛwɔ sɛ father anaasɛ the fathers no we should also have some time with our kids ɛna wo make key point bi sɛ young kwala ni boy home so we do you good innocent which
Mhm.
is it's different thing altogether because who no be say o ban there were and hiding nyoma from him or her but
Yes.
nyoma kwala ni ko school mu a one ne nkomo a one ne na fufuo die no oti a wo beta we no me to shock you e be shock you
Yeah.
say hey nti akwala we na can say asem no because you see say class 1 like stage 1 stage 2 akwala nsɛm a ɔɔka no wo ho bɛdwiri so
Sure.
that in my opinion no I think say it would be the best say akwala no nyanya at the age of 10 years now no we should introduce some certain things to akwala na ɔbɛte aseɛ ɔbɛhu sɛ no adeɛ wei woyɛ sei a ɛde nsunsuansoɔ sei na ɛba woyɛ sei
Mhm.
a wei ne outcome a wobɛnya but I say akwala a wode adeɛ ato hɔ sɛ adeɛ wei ɛmfa nsa nka wanka hwee ankyerɛ no sɛ ma wɔmfa ne nsa nka akwala no nso bɛwɔnda ɛdɛn paa na ɛwɔ adeɛ mu nti a
That's it.
ma wofa sɛ ma memfa me
Someone
nsa
come
nkyɛ
inside now. Mhm.
good nti daakye biara no if you are not around that kid no will sneak out to find out what exactly is there nti a wo sɛ ma ɔnyɛ dɛn ma ɔmfa ne nsa nka nti I think sɛ in the olden days na yɛdi kaka previous no sɛ atwam ɛnyɛ no mu ne
Yes.
ɛwɔ sese because olden days they don't know anything about those will be between 25 years 30 years now we name those kind of nneɛma no sɛ me no obi kɔda me yɛ sei dabi ɛna yɛnkɔhyɛ ha yɛn to kurom ne wei no ɛno deɛ na those kind wɔ hɔ koraa na at least it will be almost maybe 1%.
Yes.
But this time around, it's not so. So as I say, yes, sir.
Yes.
Because I can't remember class 1, class 2, or on boyfriend, girlfriend. So as I say, it's up to us to say, we will introduce them. Who you say, I say, na debaba, baby, our person who do no, won't mean no hot, a basic crying, and I say, and I think say is the best where I was say, yeah, they share your mano, a crying on mobile fast or who do sa stage we are, a say, no, until so ya, ye, who do at this age, or so say, and now we are not, I think say, yes, yet me the reason why was mostly no parents can be and they don't give us the reason to almost cancer answer and they have to give almost the answer I deal with yet it's not good for you, don't go and do it. So I also ask myself, then the base me then you get it. So I will one day find out my way to go and try and see what exactly will happen. And I think can be so we should give them a good reason why we shouldn't do this, why we should do that. And I think no a bit me aboama maybe a person and need to know almost me I do. And so far they can meet me I can find now we need a whole topic more. And that discuss a broad topic. Yes, a very broad topic. A very educative. I will say to me. A church, especially a parents, now with me, so it means how on bit me a church or Manona, Obika, Uncle Fa, and your Mafu be a day. My uncle won't say what brave good or ball bahoka, so in school. Meanwhile, maybe a school call baby, or Cosha baby, your pump and not in one from no Abefi. How would you know? Obi or crying. Neba school a okon course a we onim me teacher onim and neba teacher neba namfo a ono mudi agokwa no onim ne de ane se we iska to ho kwadwo anasa ama ko school na waba eno ano no he or she doesn't check what the child is doing exactly in that school. It's also a big problem pa I say itime ehwe na ye ma ye ni ko ye ma no because bonse that be aro I am penny for can't say me say be so afunu musu ma bregu na fe o ya wadwin say o ball ba no hoka e de na ko school but na later ne o de be ba no wampe wani ankoje ho nti I say ya ahwe pa kakra mo so me akache etifo na nim say am repa mu so ya be hye na ya sheda abe
asabe to aso
pa
this thing of Nyamisha because I'm saying what you said it all, but like this is very broad and will be but like the say Angela Deborah said we must pay attention to our children, our kids. So pay attention to our kids. It's very important. Yes, it is very, very important. Mr. Kakram person mechanic said like this, we're gonna continue this because it's something that we have to break it down so that parents will also understand their children. The children also have to understand the parents. We have to get into a common ground that we all can work together, understand each other. But again, Mr. Enoch, it's about understanding. Because we catch our friend and say, hey, appetition me found sanka. When you catch us appetition man in front of sanka, so we say kakre be out now ubu thoughts. Into what do you expect from this kid? We catch and say, don't smoke. But we say you are smoking. And what do you expect from this kid? Because all he knows is that if daddy can do this, then it's the best thing on this earth that I also can do.
Yeah.
Intimacy say you can't be big so my mind can't say men anyway. Let them understand the whole thing. Say, look, maybe I only at this age, a bit myself kidney, a bit my say, let them get understanding about the things, the benefits, and then also the side effect on it. And you know, I don't know or far would mean what this thing is like is gonna do to me. This is where we're lacking because man and no penny will we no, they have to get understanding about why they don't have to drink that insano. And you know, if we can let our kids have more understanding about things that they shouldn't do and things that they should do, meaning say maybe my more in Medina, your man will hold high position on this land and everywhere. But then if we take things for granted, like Senator Mr. Okan said, we don't even visit them at their schools, we don't know their teachers, we don't to school, we teacher school. Then I mean get your pet. I'm going to show now for if you go to TikTok and listen to this kids, and some pay You'll be surprised. So we have to pay attention to all these little things. And our time is way spent. So next week at the same time, that one we're gonna have an interview. And my dad's gonna be surprised. I don't want to mention the name. The guys will be out. A big thanks to all our listeners and our followers. I will appreciate for your time, the money spent that you have, the data that you have be buying and all this. I really appreciate you all. But again, continue to share, like, and follow, and tell a friend to tell a friend for them also to enjoy the good work that we are doing. And all of you are also welcome because we appreciate your opinions. We appreciate your contributes. It's all working, and that make Access to Berry Show what it is. So next week at the same time at 5 p.m. And I thank God you're cooperating with me. It's starting from 5 p.m., which is going to be 9 p.m. in Ghana. So from next week, like starting this week, that's how it's going to be. And thank you all. And next week at the same time, we'll be here. We want to say a big shout out to all the birthday folks. Esther Darko, my sister, who have a birthday on the 4th of October, and Michael also on the 5th of October. And to all the October folks, all the October born folks, happy birthday and happy marriage anniversary, and any kind of anniversary that falls on October, we celebrate with you. So keep your fingers crossed for us and keep on doing the good work, and believe that you're already on the winning side. Next week at the same time, Access to Berry Show will be here with you. Thank you so much to our special guest, Mr. Enoch, who on a short notice was able to come and share much information with us. But next week, if we don't bring our guests, we're going to continue with the youth of today. So take care. We love you, and shalom to all of you.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek. On the Voice of the Nation, he's the host that's unique. Every question you have, he's got the answer on lock. From politics to culture, he's got it all on the clock. Tune into the show, let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip-hop. Get ready.